Good afternoon, this is Jack from theartofchart.net, and this is the intraday video for Tuesday the 13th of February. Our disclaimer, we do this for educational purposes only. We're here to share our technical analysis with you. We hope you can take some of what we're doing and learn from it, transfer it to your own charts, and we're not here to issue trading signals. Right, let's have a look at, I'm just going to have a quick look at the futures and then the RTH indices to show you where we are here. Now here, we've made the 60-minute buy signal targets pretty much, not quite the full target. We've made the possible near miss target. Now, looking at this rising wedge I was looking at last night, that broke down, and what I was saying was that I was expecting a higher high. Could that higher high be the second high of a double top? Potentially it could. I'm leaning against that. I think it probably needs a bit higher, but obviously it is a point of resistance which we need to be watching, and I've got that in about the 26.75 area, so we shall see. On NQ. Again, we've got really close. This is a stage at which I'd be disregarding the signal, but it hasn't made the full target. It might still. But again, we got a wedge, it broke down. It is possible that we are topping out for a move down. I'm expecting some more upside, and I'll show you why on the RTH charts. But I think, but it's possible we could reverse here, and of course we've got pretty much a perfect double top. We will shortly have a very good looking double top on ES as well. And we're not far away from it on TF either. So another rising wedge, broken down. So what I'm looking at here is whether or not larger patterns are forming. And I don't have any secondary patterns that are particularly clear yet. But that is an option. But if we go significantly higher, then chances are we're evolving into larger patterns. These could be wedges too. They only tend to be particularly obvious initially if they are channels, and this isn't one, I don't think. Hang on a second. I'm just going to check that on ES. I would expect it to match this trend line here. Nah, it's nowhere near. All right, so at the moment we're holding the weekly pivot. That is main support. In a very real sense on NQ, it's well, it's just below double top support. On ES, it is double top support in effect. So if we see a breaking conversion of weekly pivot at this stage, then that looks bad for bulls, and we may well be reversing back down in earnest. So I'm watching this level here. This is a potential inflection point, and we shall see how that goes. Now, just having a quick look at the SPX charts. On the daily charts, all of the daily charts, so on SPX and NDX and RUT, we've now got RSI 5 buy signals which are fixed. All of them fixed. That is the one on SPX. That is the one on NDX. And this is the one on RUT. They all fixed at the close yesterday. I did mention this in my introductory video yesterday. What does this mean? Well, I think this probably limits the amount of further downside, but certainly what we could do is basically go down. Would be unlikely to see the signals fail, I think, although it is possible. And if we had a very strong move down, then they would fail. But what I'd be looking for was a lower low which delivered a higher low on RSIs and just made these signals stronger. That lower low would probably be limited in how far it could get, but we're not really looking for a move to the obvious target, which isn't on the daily chart. That's the one I was talking about yesterday. Hang on, while I'm looking at the daily charts, I'll just pull up the weekly chart so I can show you that one and remind you. Right, 60-minute charts. Now here is an interesting situation. We've got fixed RSI 14 big buy signals on the hourly, but what I would say against that is exactly the same thing can be said about these as can be said about the RSI 5 daily buy signals, and actually these actually tend to match quite a lot as well. So the RSI 14 hourly is actually off on a match with the daily RSI 5, RSI 14 hourly on the daily RSI 5. What have we got here in terms of drilling down into the picture? Well, here we've got a hit of resistance on the hourly RSI 5. It's entirely possible that what we're going to do is we'll come back, retest these highs, and actually we're pretty close to retest this high. I'll just update this chart. We'll come back, retest these highs, and then on a retest of these highs, which would be at the test of a key resistance trend line for trending, which is the 50-hour moving average, and we're testing that right now, and I think we may be testing them on all three of the indices right now. Obviously, this is a very significant potential resistance level, and we may see a fail there. If we do, then we've got double tops and we're probably going down. But if we do a full retest of this high, that would get an RSI 5 sell signal brewing. And I think it would do exactly the same on NDX. Not sure about RUT, can't remember. We'll look in a minute. But here, if you look at the 50-hour moving average, which again is this is a significant level across the board. But here, we've just broken above it. This would be an obvious time to fell back below, i.e. not sustain the break. We're just doing a higher high now, and you can see we'll have an RSI 5 sell signal brewing as and when we do that. On RUT, again, we have a 60-minute RSI 14 buy signal that is fixed, and again, at a retest of this this high, which we're a little further away from doing. Obviously, these are all potential double tops, and if we do higher highs or full retests on them, then all of them could get hourly RSI 5 sell signals. This is a setup potentially to fail, but I'd really like to see another leg up, a significant leg up. So I mean, ideally on RUT, that would be heading up to the 1505 area, maybe 1510. And we would see what happened there. But I think, could we fail here? Yeah, we could. So we'll see. All right, finishing with equities, let's move on.